visiting US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton charms Chennaiites with her warm vanakkam and lauds Tamil Nadu for being educated and industrious.
I'm delighted to be here today.
In the hour-long meeting between Ms. Clinton and the Chief Minister, Hillary promised that US will look at innovative ways to help Sri Lankan Tamils. In comes a dash of nostalgia to the high-profile visit. Hillary cheers special folk performances at the Kalakshetra Foundation. Taking a cue from M. Karunanidhi, DMK's General Secretary challenges a commission's inquiry into the new Secretariat construction. The state government tells the Madras High Court that the IPL will now be brought under the Tamil Nadu Entertainment Tax Act. Hello and welcome to the headlines now on Ndtv-Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew. Today we bring you all of the highlights from the big Hillary Clinton visit. But before that, let's also bring you the national headlines this hour. Hillary Clinton says she admires India's progress. Our bonds are stronger than our differences. After the Murdoch grilling pressure on the British Prime Minister David Cameron, he'll make a statement in the Parliament. The Delhi police grilled Suhail Hindustani, the alleged middleman in the cash for votes scandal. Amar Singh could be questioned soon. All faiths that have not originated in India are Western and their followers outsiders, says BJP leader Dhananjay Kumar. Vanakkam. Well, that's how the visiting US Secretary of State, Ms. Hillary Clinton, charmed her way with Chennaiites at her first public address in the city at the Anna Centenary Library. The response, well, it was an overwhelming roar of approval from her audience. The top diplomat today paid tribute to India, its democracy and its pluralism.
And as a Secretary of State in the Obama administration, but this is the first opportunity to come to this extraordinary coastal city here in the South, and one that means so much to so many in my own country and elsewhere, and to be in Tamil Nadu, who is a state that is one of the most industrialized, globalized, and educated in all of India. We have new initiatives linking students and businesses and communities, and one of my personal favorites is the Passport to India, a program designed to bring more American students to study in India to match the great numbers of Indian students that come to America to study. And President Obama recognized this when he said that the United States looks forward to a reformed United Nations Security Council that includes India as a permanent member. There is no better place to discuss India's leadership in the region to its east than here in Chennai. In this port city, looking out at the Bay of Bengal and beyond to the nations of East and Southeast Asia, we are easily reminded of India's historic role in the wider region. Here in Chennai, we can see how much a society can achieve when all citizens fully are participating in the political and economic life of their country. Every citizen of Sri Lanka deserves the same hope and opportunity for a better future. And so when we look at what will happen in Afghanistan, the United States will not abandon our values or support a political process that undoes the progress that has been made in the past decade. Reconciliation, achieving it and maintaining it, will depend on the participation of all of Afghanistan's neighbors, including both Pakistan and India.
I would like to believe that she would have a certain agenda to follow, and I'm sure if she's addressing us, there must be a reason to that. Of course, something that I don't understand. I'm not a politician.
Yeah, that she wants the youth to be involved in it, and she wants our support very badly so that she can get into all the deals and she can, make all the nations united to work for a global peace.
She mostly stressed her points on Afghanistan, and she was promising that they'll combat their troops by 2014. But we expected a different kind of speech. We thought it will be more to youth oriented, but it was totally about all agreements and pacts. So we are a bit disappointed.
And to work for a world that is worthy of our dreams. So let us commit to do so. Thank you all very much.
With hundreds of students and invitees expecting Ms. Clinton to talk a lot more about the Sri Lankan issue, her continued focus on Afghanistan probably left a huge chunk of them disappointed. But her continuous praises on Chennai and this very auditorium definitely left the crowd charmed. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for Ndtv-Hindu.
Now, the city of Chennai witnessed beauty and discipline when the lights, camera and action all came together as the visiting U.S. Secretary of State, Ms. Hillary Clinton, stood enthralled as she was treated to the rich art renditions of Mohiniyattam, Kathakali and the local flavor of Bharatanatyam. Flanked by the director of Kalakshetra, also the chairperson of the censor board, Ms. Leela Sampson, the American top diplomat looked on with awe and took out time for a special photo op with the talented young batch. In fact, in the most poignant manner, it was under the famous banyan tree at Kalakshetra that Hillary witnessed these performances and couldn't help but smiling year to year seeing the extraordinary event. And senior correspondent Sam Daniel caught up with the B School graduates who were at the library address, and by the looks of it, most of them went home pretty thrilled about it.
I have with me a small group of students who are from Great Lakes Institute of Management in Chennai who were lucky to be part of Clinton's address here. How was it to be part of her program in Chennai?
It was great, and the way she talks and everything, it was great. She was sending a really positive signal for India.
Right. What's that one thing you found interesting in her speech?
It's the vision that America is looking at towards India and the Central Asia. It's the thing which is cooperation, which is she was talking about India, Pakistan and Afghanistan, like the Silk Route.
I was expecting her to talk something about the academic-student interaction, but it's fine. It was great hearing.
Okay.
About the entire East Indian interaction she spoke about and the vision she took about the East India.
She began with the traditional Tamil Vanakkam.
Yes. Adu amakkalama irundhathu. Vanakkam, most important thing, and she ended with a Nandri also. So that is amazing, but the point is, Yale University, where she graduated, is collaborating with Great Lakes Institute of Management.
Right.
And this Yale is the person who made the money from Chennai.
Okay.
So this is a payback time by her. Thank you.
Well, we really loved the way she spoke about Silk Route and how the onus is on entrepreneurs and young Indians.
Have called for equal rights for those in Sri Lanka.
I was more focused on listening towards what she was saying for the great relationship with the countries in South Asia.
Okay.
The stress, as she said, the stress was on the revival of Silk Route and the role India is going to play in South Asia.
Okay.
I love the line, entrepreneur from Chennai and her commodity is going to Kabul via Pakistan. I mean, the women empowerment that she was talking about, it was just remarkable.
Right.
And the way she emphasized on the transaction of education. Not only Indian students going to America, but US students are also coming to India to study and to be a part of our education system. That's very important.
Right. Hillary also struck the right chord by beginning the speech in the traditional Tamil Vanakkam, and she ended by saying Nandri in Tamil, thank you in Tamil. Certainly she has struck the right chord with Chennai. In Chennai with camera person Edwin, Sam Daniel, Find TV.
Well, earlier this evening was also the much-awaited meet between the Chief Minister, Ms. J. Lalita, and Ms. Clinton, where investments in Tamil Nadu figured along with war crimes against Sri Lankan ethnic Tamils. Ahmadin mentioned that the displaced Lankan Tamils were unable to return to their homes even after the war. But a reassuring reply from Hillary was that the US was looking at innovative and creative ideas to help Lankan Tamils return home. The meeting between the two went on for more than an hour's time. In the hour-long conversation, in fact, Ms. Jayalalitha had asked for an increase in the H-1B visas to original levels of 1,95,000. Various social, political and economic issues were also discussed. Jayalalitha was also congratulated on her impressive electoral victory and complimented that the state had, in fact, great potential for US investments, and in response, Ms. Jayalalitha quipped that Tamil Nadu was aspiring to becoming a global hub in automotive industries and that there was much opportunity for the same. Up ahead on headlines now, will IPL be taxed in Tamil Nadu? At least that's what Amma's gunning for.